Ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, it's my great pleasure to be here to open this seminar, which is part of the program for the Finnish presidency of the Nordic Council of Ministers. The Nordic Council of Ministers' themes for 2016 are water, nature, and people. This year, the Council of Ministers will be examining the continuum of education and competencies all the way from early childhood through to higher education. We also have teachers' core education and extension studies in the Nordic countries on our agenda. We wish to boost collaboration in teacher education in the Nord Plus program. This program is the most important instrument for Nordic cooperation in the area of lifelong learning. International comparative studies deem Finland's Educare principle an asset. Educare consists of a holistic approach to early childhood education and care. Another important element is our statutory minimum requirements in early childhood education. For example, there are regulations on children's right to early childhood education and care, educational objectives, the maximum number of children per group, and qualification requirements for staff members. The services also extend to children with special needs. However, we still have challenges and there is room for improvement. But I'm pleased to say that despite Finland's weak economy at the moment, we have been able to enhance our system in early childhood education and care. Participation rates in Finland are much lower than in other Nordic countries. This is one area where we have room for improvement. Our aim is to bring as many children as possible under the scope of our high-quality early childhood education and care. But progress has also been made. The number of children in early childhood education and care has grown steadily. The participation rate grows as children get older, so that by the time the children are 6 years old, practically the whole age group is in preschool in Finland. Even so, there is much work to be done before we are in the same situation as the rest of the Nordic countries. The existing legislation sets an ambitious framework for early childhood education and care. The aim is to promote each child's overall growth, development, health, and well-being, and to nurture each child's potential for learning, and to help ensure that we have educational quality in Finland. I'm very satisfied with the fact that evaluation of early childhood education and care is included in the Act. This helps us further improve the quality of the service. The Finnish Education Evaluation Centre is in charge of the evaluation. Ladies and gentlemen, the government will increase the educational intake of kindergarten teachers that is bachelor's degree in education. Degrees in education. This is a step for strengthening early childhood pedagogy. We have agreed on a roughly 30% increase in intake with the universities. More needs to be done, though, and we will continue working on this. Another major development area is statistics in early childhood education and care. This means that in the future we would have more up-to-date and more reliable data in early childhood education and care in Finland. We will continue with the formulation of legislation on early childhood education and care so that it forms a logical set of statutes. For example, digital communication with the families of children and early childhood education organizations will be made more possible. Currently, data protection requirements are overly strict. The state budget has allocated 3.7 million euros for the purpose of developing pedagogies in early childhood education. This is the first time state funds have been allocated specially for such a purpose. Just recently, the government also decided to lower the customer fees for early childhood education and care for low-income single parents. Dear experts, as you are well aware, numerous studies show that children's early years and early childhood education and care play a crucial role in the child's development and learning. High-quality early childhood education and care that is pedagogically robust has a favorable impact on children's later life in school and success in studies, and also on social relations and coping in life in general. Early childhood education and care helps bridge gaps and differences in learning outcomes between socio-economic groups. Taking part in early childhood education and care is particularly beneficial for children who live in very vulnerable circumstances. Research shows that early childhood education and care produces effects that cannot be achieved later in life. Good early childhood education and care is an effective way of preventing social exclusion. So, in light of research, it's clear that early childhood education and care is a very effective instrument and a sound investment for the society. Ladies and gentlemen, the presidency of the Nordic Council of Ministers will be with Norway in 2017. Norway's priorities of integration and inclusion also have points in common with early childhood education and care. A 0 to 24 project in progress in Norway can help us all find solutions to enable children and young people who are in a weak position to become engaged in society by means of early childhood education and school education. I wish you all a very fruitful seminar today. Thank you for coming to Finland, and especially I want to thank all the experts that came outside the Nordic countries. You've come a long way, and thank you for being interested in our systems. Thank you very much.